Hey guys, here's a question from the Prodigy 13. Hey, what's up? um, let's see. Your question is: was it hard to remember the steps on Madonna's Blonde Ambition tour? And what did I do on the tour? Um, let's see. Hard to remember the steps. Uh, well, when you're young and your brain is still working, it's not quite as hard. Um, it was a lot of information because we learned a number a day. But back then, steps were a little easier. I think there were single counts and there were more. The musicality wasn't as crazy, so it was um, much more easy to kind of understand and do in terms of pace. Um, and then we didn't do all of every single number. So we'd learn various combos and workshop things. So short answer, no. It wasn't so hard to remember the steps. And I think that's in part thanks to Vincent Patterson because his style somehow it doesn't make sense when you're learning it, but then once you have it, it's in your body for a long time. Like I can still whip out some routines from Blonde Ambition, believe it or not. I can even whip out some of Jamie King's old choreography from Prince. Um, but it's funny, I can't remember a single thing about what I did yesterday or today. I can't remember a step from a combo I did earlier in the day. Like I have friends that ask, "Ooh, show me the combo from class today," and I have no idea. Like I don't even. It's in one ear, out the other. Like at a certain point, I stopped remembering combinations. They started just pushing everything else out the other side. I don't remember. But on the Blonde Ambition tour, I was dance captain and associate choreographer. So I would go in the morning and work with Vince Patterson on the various pieces of choreography to learn. Then I would generally teach Madonna her parts, and then the other dancers would come in and we would start showing them the combinations and sometimes workshopping individual uh, pieces for them because Vince doesn't tend to go for like just full on 10 people doing one combo. He likes to have each person sort of be an individual. So we would workshop with them. Then, when we actually got on the road, I was the dance captain, which is more of a title than anything. It just meant that I was in charge of keeping the show intact and kind of true to the original concept of what Vincent and Madonna had in mind, so that people don't start getting lazy and just start making up their own steps or their own timing or just keeping everyone in track. And if I see someone out of line while we're actually on stage, then I would then go to them later and say, okay, no, this count is 5-6, not 5 and 6, um, and yeah, just to keep everybody on the same page. Because when you go on tour, people start sort of making their own interpretations of things, and it starts getting really mushy. And there's power in teamwork and being a unified unit and all like having the same intention when you're on stage. So that was my role in that. Um, Other than that, my main role as associate choreographer was to give inspiration to the choreographer. If he wanted an African step, I would throw out an African step. If he wanted, something, if he wanted to play with the fins for the mermaid thing, I would lay on the ground and start rolling around and doing tricks and kind of creating stuff. And he would say, "Yes,